All right, so hello, hi BJ, and hello Georgie, and to anybody else who's joining us on the recording, hello to you too. So tonight we really are just doing a team call, and we're doing our 90-day action plan accountability, really seeing how you're going into this second week of your 90-day action plan. And then really want to make just ask again for some feedback. So I too truly believe that 7:30 is a better time for us to be on the call. I know that those of us with families, 6:30 was just not a great time. It was just far too busy. So 7:30 with 4 of us here seems to be a better time. But again, if there's a better time or a better night, then I'd love for your feedback. So I'm going to do some shout outs of recognition. So it's a shame that Cal's not on the call, G. I'm not sure where she is, but I wanted to give a shout out of recognition to Kelly and Josh this week. I think she was just messaging me not long ago. They're just about up to their 3rd enrollment, which is awesome and fantastic this week. I know, congratulations. And rolling along really, really nicely. And then also a massive shout out again of recognition to Brenda, who rank advanced to manager during the week, which is absolutely fantastic. So our little Kiwi Queens are on fire. And G, you are a beautiful, valuable member of our Kiwi Queens. So please know that we love and value and honour everything that you're doing. And we know that your persistence and patience is going to come through very shortly. So much to you too. All right. So how has the week been? Sorry, let's touch on events first. So there is obviously, for most of us who are Victorian based or Melbourne based, there is a Super Saturday coming up on the 6th of May. So please make sure that you have your tickets purchased already for that Super Saturday, and then really look at who can you bring with you. So really do be trying to bring 2 people to that Super Saturday with you. So if that means that you actually have to purchase 3 tickets off the sticky ticket link, then do that as an intention or a manifestation that you will actually be taking 2 extra people with you. And you really should do that going into every event. You should always buy 3 tickets. So buy them in a triad with the knowing and the intention and the setting of that power that you will be taking 2 people with you. Okay. That being said, we know that we have some other big events coming up. 2 seconds while I get my book and we go through them. So we have in Melbourne, we have ISA Uni on the 22nd and 23rd of July. So same, I would really strongly encourage you that if you can right now, make sure that you go through and you actually are scheduling all of these events out and that you're actually purchasing all of your tickets. Please don't leave it last minute for when all the tickets generally sell out and then you're scratching around for a ticket on like the week before. University in Action with David Wood is also on between the 24th and the 22nd of November. A venue hasn't been announced yet. That for our New Zealand guys is the 17th to the 19th of November in Auckland at the Pullman. And then in Auckland on the 10th to the 11th of June, you have ISA Uni. So I am actually coming over there. We're coming over for the long weekend. So really looking forward to catching up with the Kiwi guys. And that was the given incentive, remember, for this 90-day action plan, that whoever grew their business centre by the most amount, and that also does mean that you also have to rank to executive. So I didn't put that on that first one, but you must rank advanced to executive and have the most amount of business growth in your business centre, and we will be gifting you flights, accommodation and tickets to that event in Auckland. And then of course we have summer kickoff in Brisbane on the 8th to 10th of September. Now please note that that is not at the convention, it's not at the convention centre where it normally is, it's at a different premises. So it's actually at the Royal International Convention Centre, which is in Bowen Hills. So just in case you're pre-planning on your accommodation and stuff for summer kickoff already, know that it's actually at a different venue. And then, gee, You need to make sure that you are already pre-planning getting your butt over here for celebration, which is the 9th to the 12th of March next year at the Brisbane Convention and Expo Centre, which is in Brisbane on the South Bank side, okay? So that's a run through of all those. Again, one of the Kiwi Queens, I need you guys to be all over your local events that are happening there, and you please need to be filling us in on our threads. Awesome. So that's the events, that's the recognition. Please, let's go one at a time and come in and let me know what's been happening with your 90-day action plan of this week just gone. And anybody may, we're just going to go in alphabetical order because there's only us here. And BJ, off you go.
I've not really done a lot this week, so I've still been in recovery, so I've been housebound. Do you know what it's like to be housebound? Yeah, hello. It's the worst, the pits. So I've not done a lot. So being honest, I'm not going to lie. I've done a bit of Facebook chasing. I've chased a couple of my girls that have enrolled one person, trying to get them to, you know, is there anyone else you want to enroll?
Another dream?
Yeah. That's my dream. So we're aware, we're clear. Stop it. So I'm hopefully back at work this week, and I've been posting on my work Facebook page about the new customer first program and stuff, and I've got a few people asking questions on that. So that's me for this week.
Awesome.
So,
and I do. Okay, and I really do want to honour you for we have been in constant contact, and I really want to honour you for being an amazing friend to me this past week, because things have been fairly hectic and overwhelming for myself. So I want to say thank you for being a great friend. But I also honour you for hearing me out and listening when we were chatting about Facebook pages and some stuff to do there. And then obviously going through and having a look and fixing your stuff up. And I know that you're housebound, and of course you have your own shoulder, your shoulder issue going on. And there is there's who was it? Somebody at Celebration said, there's power in always changing your environment. So if you can, moving spots in the house, or maybe going to a cafe and being different places to work. And I just strongly encourage people, when you can, to actually do that. Never leave yourself in one spot to do your work, because you can actually get quite stagnant. So BJ, when you can, of course, being out in a different environment, that would be beautiful for you. But yeah,
when I can drive, so hopefully Friday.
Yeah.
But I've made hubby buy, because I don't know if I told you, my study. I'm going to go in the bedroom. Sorry, he's very annoying. My study is like a little box. Honestly, I hate it. I just hate going in there. So he brought a skylight, and he's putting that up on this weekend. So I can actually sit in my study and have that set up properly now. So yeah, it's like a box. It's got no windows.
Yeah.
No windows, and it's the worst.
Yeah, and let's just talk into the energy around being in a work environment, like even a home office environment that you actually hate. Because if that's kind of like the energetic feeling that you get when you're in that space, then it would be very hard to be actually energetically creative and positive in an environment that actually wasn't warm, inviting. You know what? Does that make sense? It's like,
yeah, absolutely. I hate it, and he knows I hate it. Yeah. I've just put my foot down and said, you need to get a skylight in there. I hate it. Yeah. So, which will be good, because then I get to work from home a little bit more. But yeah, hopefully.
Okay, awesome. Good work. Good work. Well, I know that Craig's probably listening. So good work, Craig. Congratulations. Well done. Oh, tell him well done. Yeah, you have to.
Craig, Lisa said well done.
All right.
He's washing dishes.
All right. So if I can get my alphabet correct, I think that Georgie is next. Go, George.
Hello, everyone. I've probably had a bit of a slow week, other than we had a lovely wellness open house at my place on Wednesday, and that was fantastic. It's just to have, unfortunately, my three girls prospects who are quite keen all pulled out at the last minute, but that was fine. And yeah, we had a gorgeous group of people come over, and it was just so nice to have that like-minded and just the energy through the room and just good chat. And it was great. It was really good. So, and I it's interesting to see how the process went as well. And, we're really trying to get that sort of team sort of build up community in our local area. So I think it's really going to work. But so that was nice. But in terms of myself, I've been doing a few messages, but nowhere near enough. I've been focusing a lot on my personal relationship at the minute. So we're sort of struggling a bit. So that's sort of been my biggest focus at the minute. So unfortunately, the 90-day game plan has sort of been on the back foot, but that's okay.
Yeah. So actually, I'm sorry that I didn't recognise you and give you the shout out, really, because Georgie, the wellness open house was honestly spectacular. It has been the best one that I've actually been to. Your setup was amazing, and we really, if you want to know the structure, we just run through exactly the same structure that Tanya Kirkpatrick talked about at Celebration. So we do a welcome, we do a history of the company, and then we do why. And then we did the new video, didn't we, from the It's Your Day.
The time is now.
The time is now, yeah. So we did the new one, the time is now, and then we did success shares, and then we did why Isogenics, and then it kind of flowed into the tasting already as people started asking questions. But normally you would then go into eat for free and then do the tasting. But we just really went with the flow, and it was so fun. And you should be so excited, because what is building there around you, of course, with my sister and Anita and a couple of her other friends, is going to be really, really great. And it's exactly what we've been looking to build in local markets, which is actually, it's a group of Isogenics friends. It's just friendship and support and relationship, right? And you would have felt that in your house on Wednesday night, and it was absolutely beautiful. And already straight away, like really going, look, the next one is the 26th of April, like already pre-framing the next one and already saying, look, the next one, you must bring 2 people with you. Whoever you know locally that's on Isogenics, make sure that they come and they bring 2 people, because not only is it about teaching new people all the benefits of Isogenics, actually creating a support community, and that's the untold thing. And they really got that right. Which
really good. And it was nice because we really only had one girl there who wasn't on Isogenics, but obviously she knows you anyway, but it didn't sort of feel like we were like everyone's just talking at her, like, and you need to join these giant. It was such a relaxed environment. It was great. It wasn't, because then when I sort of worked out that it was only one person coming up, thinking she's probably going to show up and go, oh my God, there's like 5 other people and they're just going to all like pounce on me but no, it wasn't like that at all. It was just, if she decided at the end of the day that she didn't want to, do it, that's fine. Like, we just had an awesome night. It was great.
Yep, we did. And you really need to be congratulated on that. And really, for everybody on the call and those listening at home, really the wellness parties or, wellness open houses or tasting sessions are really where the power is going to come into this for you. I'm really, 3 years down the track, I'm like really getting that, is that people want to be in a room with other people that they know, like, and trust. They want to have a touch feel of the products. Of course, they want to know some information. They want to feel safe enough to be able to ask questions. But the most important thing is that they need to feel supported. And this was brilliantly what we did. And everybody is so excited for the next one. So that's really great. And if you want, if I'm close enough to you to get to you to be able to help you with one of these, then please reach out to me, because this is really where the direction needs to go. We really need to leverage off each other to actually do some wellness sessions. And you know what? If nobody turns up, who cares? It gets run anyway, because then you know the flow and the process, and then you put the date out. And it's really, really, really important to actually have them run and set on a schedule, so that perhaps if like the 3 people didn't turn up for Georgie, that she gets in touch with them straight away and says, I'm so sorry that I missed you tonight and you couldn't come. But I'm really looking forward to seeing you at our next one, which is the 26th of April. Okay. And so they're already pre-framed and to know when the next one's going to be. Okay. And then it's the job of the follow-up. With the really 7 days out, they need to be touched. They need to be getting contact with them 7 days out from your event, and they need to be reminded and followed up 7 days out. Okay. But congratulations, George, because it was bloody awesome. Yeah. Okay. So well done. And I understand the personal relationships. So I did listen to a podcast, and I think I posted it somewhere. If I go back and I find it, or you look through our thread, just maybe go back and listen to it, because it was Andrew and Angie Logan's our podcast, Building to 5-Star, and they had a lot of really great tips in there about building your Isagenix business with your partner. So if you haven't listened to that one, it's a really beneficial one to listen to. Okay, but loves and hugs to you, honestly. All right, G, give it to me. Let's go.
So I've just really been trying to sort of like, since I listened to Brett's video, I just really tried to connect with people from a friendship level more than anything, and it's just made me feel so much more comfortable trying to reach out to people. And I actually have people who bring Isagenix into the conversation themselves, which I feel is way better. It's a way better approach, and it's just building that rapport with them, and not making them feel like I only contacted them because I wanted to sell them shakes and pulls, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I feel a lot less pressure since I watched that video. I feel a lot better about it, and I just have to be patient. I'm doing the groundwork that I should have been doing for the last year, but I didn't quite realize how. And I'm like, I'm learning every single day, and I'm watching the videos, and I'm so I'm just doing what I can with the knowledge that I have right now. But yeah, try to contact at least 2 new people, and from a friendship point of view, at least 2 new people a day at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm just making that contact.
I want to say, I want to say, like, I'm getting you about all of that stuff, because it was just, I think you responded on the Team Breakthrough page with a beautiful comment after that video, and it was so correct that I was like, oh my God, I'm mortifying myself, because that's so much what I had done in the beginning, and still sometimes in a pace still do that. I only contact someone from a getting energy. Like I contact them to get them into Isagenix, and I'm being 100% honest. Still going in 3 years, still learning, and I was still in the air of only contacting people in a getting energy. And then I watched his video after you put the comment on there, because I'm like, what have I missed in this? And then I realized, oh, okay, I get it. Like, seriously, the key to the knowing, liking, and trusting, and the eventual buying, will be the strength and the depth of your relationship with the buyer. I was like, how have I missed that in 3 years? Seriously, like crazy. And so this is, if you happen to see that big post that I put on to ISA Help and Grow, this is all I do. Like, seriously, every day I sit down at my computer with my Facebook list, and I say 3 or 4 days a week, I might do 2 or 3 hours of simple Facebook stalking. It really is. So I will go onto someone's profile, and I will like a post, or I will comment on a post. If I have spoken to them about Isagenix previously, I will send them a message, and I will say something like, hey, congratulations on getting married. You looked absolutely amazing. But I will go back to them only in a touch of conversation, never in the roundabouts way of going into it purely being about Isagenix. It's always going into chatting about the person. and I, you know, G, I want to thank you for bringing that up, because it feels good. Like, it feels really good.
I mean, obviously, with me feeling so uncomfortable just reaching out to them purely from a business point of view, they could obviously sense my energy and my uncomfortableness around it, and that obviously made them uncomfortable. And I think that's why I have struggled, you know, because I feel like I'm talking to so many people, and I'm trying to constantly find new people and all that kind of stuff. But you know, only ever with, previously it was only ever with the intention of you know, isogenics. And yeah, so I definitely think it's going to take some time. I'm going to have to be patient, and you know, but just build friendships, build rapport, and you know, because people buy from people who they know, like, and trust, you know, like, so years now. And at the time I was like, okay, you know, you hear these words, but something doesn't click. I just felt I felt a little bit stupid after I watched the video. I was like, oh my God, it all makes sense now. Like,
no, that's okay. Well, please don't feel stupid. Like, please don't feel stupid at all. And just sorry, 2 seconds. Shane's just sent me a text message, so I apologize for being really rude, but I just have to reply to him. Done. But you know, I won't say I felt stupid. It was more like I had this massive, like, wake up. Oh my God, really? But remember that, you know, the one thing I loved that Michelle taught us is that we're all green and growing, and it doesn't matter, like, kind of where you are in your journey. There will always be things continually popping up which we can then take aboard as a brand new practice. And that's really what I love. You know, we have the ability all the time to be learning something and refining and refreshing and going into these brand new practices. And I love that. I mean, you know, you're not going to get sacked by a boss because you went into a conversation the way that you know, maybe shouldn't have, or BJ, I'll let you know what we watched in a second. So it was on the Team Breakthrough page. So it was their recording of webinar number 2. So I'll go through and find that for you later. But yeah, it's so true. And one thing probably that has actually been popping up for me this week is actually all about patience. And so the work, it's kind of like, and I really encourage you, even in this school holiday period and this run up to Easter, where people will be busy and people won't be thinking about their health because they're thinking about being with their kids and they're thinking about having a chocolate overload, that you continue to get in touch and you continue to follow up and you continue to be top of people's mind. So whether they're looking for a post-Easter cleanse or a post-Easter feel better, that you are the person that they are most likely to turn to. So
yeah,
the old, you know, sow and reap analogy. It's like the work that you're doing now is the sowing. Like, you are sowing the seeds of reaping your future benefits. And it's never the work that you do today that, I mean, some of the work that you do today will pop up tomorrow, but more likely is that the work that you do today will pop up in 3 months' time or 6 months' time or 3 years' time. Like, so
I just have to be patient and consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, really you know, both of those words are really need to be a strong part of your inner success dialogue when it comes to network marketing. Because a lot of the time, of course, you know, we really do want to benefit from the up, and I'm being honest. So a lot of the times we do want to benefit from that upfront product introduction bonus. And, you know, sometimes we're needing that to pay for our auto ship. So we're kind of in a need basis of those things. But you need to try to release that energy as well, okay, of being in a need.
If I start feeling pressure, then it's almost like, you know, you kind of get this desperate feeling that you don't want it to come across, but it does.
Yeah.
So, and you don't want that. That
puts
people off.
And so that's okay. I love the honesty. I really love the openness and the rawness of this conversation. But just give me a hands up if you've ever spoken to anybody before about Isogenics and they have spoken to somebody before and they felt pressured to buy. Okay, so that's not the air that we want in this Team Dream Builders, okay? So we need to remember that in the success that we are building towards our dreams, that we are patient and we're persistent, and that our role is to dream for people and then to pass that dream with them. And then our job then is to be an information provider, and then, you know, the caring friend to guide them towards the decision. But we're never to be the pressure person.
That's constant. That's something I have to remind myself of as well, is the educating part. Not, you don't have to convince them.
Yep. I need to find, I'll try to find something which is called, so does everybody subscribe to the Notes from the Universe by Mike Dooley, so toot.com? So if you haven't heard of it, just in your mind, remember www.tut.com. So the note, so it's you'll get into an email most days. There's something called the Notes from the Universe. But so Mike Dooley has I'll try to find a webinar which he calls the Cursed Hows. And so when we are dreaming our dreams and we want things to happen, then what we do is we focus on the how of the thing to happen. And when we get so focused on how we need to or we must make it happen, we have a bad air of energy around us. So, you know, this is my permanent reminder, like surrender to the divine, is that you must let those hows go, and you must just have permanent faith in your patience and your persistence, that one foot in front of the other, one conversation in front of the other, one person in front of the other, you know, one duplication in front of the other, that your dreams will come to reality, okay? Just really detach yourself from the how that's going to happen, okay? Yeah. And I'll find it for you. It'll be beautiful and powerful, all right? But thanks, G. You know, you were a real catalyst for a lot of change, I think, especially for me. So, and it really has led me into much more authentic conversations, and I love it. And you know, the best thing is I'm going into these beautiful authentic conversations, and then it's always like, hey, why don't we just catch up for a cuppa? We go and have a cuppa, and people then bring up Isogenics. I don't say anything. I do generally go with like an Isogenics hat or something on, but then somebody always asks me what I've been doing. Oh, you went overseas, was that for Isogenics? And you know, so then that comes up. So yeah, beautiful. Okay, the power of branding. Remember too, if you're ever going to go and sit with someone and have a cuppa or a coffee or something with them, please make sure that you're always branded in something. Okay, as much as you can, be really proud of Isogenics and its 10-year association with Australia and New Zealand, and get your brand on. Okay.
It has taken me, I must say, it did take me a little while to become, you know, that very proud of Isogenics, just because people tend to, you get so many negative, you know, negative reactions towards it often. But once you get past that, and once you're like, well, I know what this does, I know, you know, how much it helps people and all that kind of stuff. I've gotten past it, but it has taken me a little while.
Yeah, and so this, you know, that will be, you know, you will start to see, and I hope this resonates with maybe any new person that is going through that 2G. So thank you for bringing it up. Is that the stronger you build your belief in all areas, okay? So belief in the company, belief in the products, belief in the compensation plan, belief in network marketing, and I say products, but more so really the belief in your possibility is the stronger those areas of belief, the stronger your posture, your energy, and your confidence will be around it, and you will be unstoppable and you will be unshakable. So if anybody is listening to this and may feel like they're dipping in some area, please let me know so I can put you maybe in front of something, or have a chat to you, or maybe share, you know, maybe it's the products. Maybe you need a little bit of help from a product perspective, and I can put you in show you some science behind it. Or maybe it's network marketing as a profession, not an industry. Maybe it's network marketing as a profession, and I can share some stats on the profession or share something for you. Or talk to you about it, and or share my back office and show you our compensation history, not in a way from an ego perspective and not a bragging perspective, but just to show you where your dreams can actually become a reality. Because I swear to, whatever God there is out there, really just to the universe, that if me as this very just small town, very broken person in the beginning can do this, then anybody can. Seriously, I had no effing clue about the compensation plan in the beginning. Not a clue. I was simply ignorance on fire. And, that was that was where I was at. And so I'm like, please, I will show you that you have everything in you to be wildly, wildly successful if you build your unshakability. And of course, you're patient and you're persistent. And of course, if you put the work in, right? So, yeah, but thank you again. All right, Kel, sorry, I'm going to go to you. You missed your bit at the start. We gave you a raving applause because we recognised you for all of your work this week, and congratulations, Kelly Christine, on your 3 enrolments. And I think there's been 4 though, because you entered someone right as a non-qualifying pack. So congratulations on your 4 enrolments. I just want to. I also shouted out to Brenda. Congratulations for her manager advancement. But you guys over there are just on fire. So congratulations to you.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you.
And now let us know how you have been so successful this week. What have you been doing? Where what action have you been in? And really, how did you come about these 4 enrolments?
Well, just as you were talking about before, with putting all the groundwork in and sowing the seeds, and that's pretty much exactly what had happened, and they just began to grow this week. They happened to start growing. I've been working with a girl for about a month now who had products that was given to her by somebody, and I supported her 100% of the way because I believe in the products, and she didn't want to go another month without them, so she came to me to get her next month's worth of products. So we just support and love everybody that uses the products, no matter who they are and where they got them from.
Yeah.
And then a little thing that I did a little while ago was messaging everyone on my reports, explaining the compensation plan, and just I put it down to 3 key points, just saying either you have a friend that wants to use the products, and either you earn that bonus, you refer them to me and I earn it, or they're going to go to somebody else, and we just hope and pray that they get the support that they need. And that's how it works. So I just encourage you, if you do have a friend or anything that was interested or is interested, then please, I encourage you to help them. Otherwise, pass on their names. So, of course, out of doing that, I had 2 referrals, which I've been working with for 2 weeks now, and they decided to join. So it's all the groundwork that we do every single week. Some weeks it's just hard work with nothing just yet, and then you get a week like this where it just happens to all fall into place. I mean, not all 4 at once. It could be 1 each week, and I'd be just as happy with that as well, just helping people every week. I'm just happy that it was 4 in 1 week. But yeah, it's just all the groundwork is just starting to pay off.
Yeah. And I think that's true and correct, isn't it? It's never, you're very lucky if you speak to someone today and they decide to join today, or they decide to join tomorrow, but it's more likely that you really, put in, you put in the work. So, and then that comes through. And, I'm trying to you know, I'm actually trying to find, if you, I'm looking down, I'm trying to actually find, you know, the, you know, reap what you sow. I'm actually trying to find the verse, just so we can go through it and we can read it, and maybe it's something that you remember and you go through all the time. So, you know, what a man thinketh, you know, what a man reapeth, he sows, he reaps, or what a man thinketh, it's the same thing, okay? And I know that it's one of Earl Nightingale's, I can't remember off the top of my head now, but it is in one of Earl Nightingale's like little 30-minute things. If you haven't heard that one, we can go back and find that too. But it's all about making sure that you think well, and then you take action on the thought, and then that you're patient and persistent. Like, seriously, that's really the way it happens. But congratulations on the referral asking. Really, it's not something that I mean, I know that we should do it, and I've heard people do it before. I've even heard Kathy Coover talk about it before, that when somebody says no to her or had said no to her, she would always say, okay, you know, it's great that, you know, it might not be for you, but who else do you know around you that it could be good for? And it's just a question I've never asked, but yeah, there goes my nudie in the background. But something that you may, you know, there is no hurt, there is no harm, I think, asking 2 questions when somebody says no to you. The first one would be, they will always say, you know, some people just say a flat out no, but then they might give you a no for maybe a roundabout no, and you say, do you mind if I ask you why it's not for you, you know, or why no, okay? And if they, because generally sometimes they'll say no because they just need a little more information. So don't be scared to ask that question. And then, of course, you say, you know, thanks so much for that. I understand that it's not for you, but if ever, you know, if there's somebody in your life that you know could benefit from, you know, healthy aging, weight loss, wealth creation, all of the things that we have, then please feel free to send them my name. I would be more than happy to help them on your behalf. So, yeah, and just extend that offer there. So, brilliant, brilliant. Thank you, lovely. All right. So we have a few more minutes to wrap up, but I'm going, because Kelly, this is, hi, just bringing you in again to the conversation, because we've chatted a little bit about customer first this afternoon. So have you all had the opportunity to go through top and bottom, left and right, roundabout, every which way you can at isogenicscustomerfirst.com? Hands up, please, if you've been through it. Right. Okay. It's okay. It's all good. Kel, George, G, anybody else on the line watching the recording who hasn't been able to go through isogenicscustomerfirst.com, you must go through that so you understand how the order, how the customer first model is actually working, and what 3 ways customers come in now. You have to know it. I tried the other day, but it wouldn't open. Okay, yeah, so try again, Chicky. But you must be all over it, okay? I don't mind you coming to me with a question, but I'm always going to ask you, I'm just going to throw it back to you and ask you, have you been to a particular resource to have a look first? And if you haven't, then of course, please go and look at that. You know, everybody's time is precious, along with mine. And I should be just your last point reference checker, not your loving enabler. Does that make sense? I love all of you, but you have all the information that you need in front of you. And I ask that
you're not going to do it for us.
No. So I ask you to reference, that's right, I'm putting it politely. I ask you to reference check it first before you come to me for clarification, or just for, you know, that last point of, yep, okay, you've got it. Does that make sense? Because this week you really need to hurry up and watch that customer first, because this week the new packs are launching, okay? So they're really not new packs, although there are some new packs, because of course it's the weight loss, the energy and performance category has been split. So now we have weight loss, energy, performance, healthy aging, and wealth creation. So we now have 5 solutions, not the 4. So What we have is the weight loss premium pack, which was previously the President's pack. We have a 30-day weight loss system, which was previously the 30-day nutritional cleanse. We have the energy premium pack, which is new. You have a 30-day energy system, which is new. You have a performance premium pack, which is new. You have a 30-day performance system, which is new. You have a healthy aging premium pack, new, and a 30-day healthy aging system, new. All right, so you can see, really, we've only got 2 existing things that we ever had, which was the President's pack and the 30-day cleanse, which have now been renamed. Okay, and obviously wealth creation. There's no pack for wealth creation, of course, because I do believe that they have actually taken out the Business Builders pack, which was obviously the biggest pack that you could ever offer someone. And I do believe that has been discontinued, but it's recommended that the ultimate pack for wholesale orders only. There's no pack that contains a blender. Okay, anyway, so yeah, so there's an ultimate pack somewhere, but they haven't spoken about that. Oh, sorry. In wealth creation, there is the ultimate pack, which is also new. Okay, sorry, I didn't see that on the second page of my email. All right, customer first. You've got to go through it before these launch. Now, these are actually releasing and brand new, launching on the 5th of April. Now, come in really close. I have to whisper something to you. You have to keep it very quiet. And this doesn't mean that you don't help people get started today or tomorrow, but there is a membership offer happening on the 6th of April. That does not mean at all that you don't get people started now. Do not wait for that offer to come through when the new packs are launched. If you have someone hot and keen to go right now, they still get put on, because I'm telling you something that I'm not supposed to be telling you, okay? But new packs and a membership offer will be launched on the 5th and the 6th of April. Shh, keep that very quiet, okay? And even the recording, keep that quiet, okay? But that's for you to know, okay? So we really need to obviously perhaps be already starting to work on a copy of a message to go out to all those that are hotly in our hot list, okay? You need to start working on a message to go out to those guys, all right? Does that make sense? Cool.
Can I just quickly ask, have you been sending a message to either your inactives or associates who are just product users about customer first?
No. So I haven't sent one to the people. So I didn't. Do you know why I didn't send one to the like inactive products? So the product users that are just under no ownership, just using 2 tubs, say about 68 BV, because they got one from Isogenics. So they didn't need to get a double up from me. Yeah. So like I just actually spoke to one of them tonight. She does my waxing, and she goes, "Oh yeah, I got an email and I watched that video from Isogenics," and I'm like, "Oh yeah." She goes, "Yeah, so what I'm probably going to do is I'm just going to switch over to that preferred customer and pay the $50 or $40, whatever she said. I'm just going to pay that extra fee because then I get 25% off retail."
Perfect.
Right, so yeah. And she said, "How do I do that?" And I said, "Oh, just log in. There must be a way in your back office to just transfer across." She goes, "I'll just call customer service." I go, "I'll do that too." I'm like, see? So there's no need. So for those ones that are active but ordering under 100 BV, I don't feel there is a need to double up because Isogenics has done it for you and has made contact. Now, for those ones who have dropped off and they are, no longer active, they're your past terminated. So I'm talking terminated members. There is a message that you can send out that Sarah Jesser put on Isogenics Business ANZ, which is quite nice. It's a very soft message. I'll find it for you. And basically it just says something about, "Hey, I've just been going through my business center," or actually, like, you might want to change that word, but it's just something like, "Hey, I've just been having a look at my, my business, and I realized that I perhaps didn't really help you as best I could when you first started. It's been a few years or however many months, and I'm so much better equipped now to be able to help you if ever you wanted to get started again. I cannot wait to support you." It's that's just my made up one, but it's very much along the lines of that. Okay, basically saying, you know what, it wasn't that great when I started. I really didn't do the best by you. I know heaps more now. I'm so much better at what I do, and I can't wait to support you again. So, but I'll find. Yep.
They might be the. Would you send that to the inactives and that still haven't ordered for months or something?
Yep. Yeah. So you would send that to your say like your, so what would they be? They'd be like your PCs that have like a zero thing. So they're the one, they don't have the T because T is terminated. So they didn't renew their membership. So you would send that to your terminated, and you would send that to your preferred customers that have a zero BV next to them. Yep. All right. Sorry, I'm just writing a note so I can know all the stuff I'm sending. Sarah, just a message. BJ, I've got to find that recording, and I'm going to find the Earl Nightingale stuff for all of you again, because he just floats my boat, and if I need a little pep me up, I always listen to him. All right. So our week has been beautiful and persistently active. So as I said, I spend about 2 or 3 hours a day combing through my Facebook list, very cleansing, deleting people that just kind of not much. I mean, I shouldn't say not much, but there's a lot of people on there really from the isogenics world, which are kind of everybody has value in this life, of course, but there are people on my Facebook who, you know, they may be a leader in isogenics, but they're not somebody that I draw power or passion or energy from, and so therefore they're just really taking up a space. So I go through and I delete those people from isogenics that I'm not actually following, or I don't find that there's an alignment. And then, of course, I go through and everybody is listed. So those people that I follow or that are in isogenics that I still would like to follow, I just follow them, and then they get it into a list of isogenics people, which then allows me to only see actual people that I want to see coming through my newsfeed on Facebook, if that makes sense. If you want to know how to do that, I can run that through with you too. And then, yeah, just finding that I'm just having so much better interaction with people when I'm actually just sending the short message, like, oh my gosh, and really my message just goes, hey, it's been forever since we chatted. I hope everything is well in your life. Hugs, Lisa. Like, that's pretty much what I do. And then, of course, you know, if you just go in and like someone's post, or you comment on it, or you send them a message, what happens is it throws you up into that person's news feed, and vice versa. And so for a period of time, you'll just be coming up in their newsfeed. So you have to make your life inspiring to other people. You know, you want them to be just kind of like glued to your Facebook feed, like they would be glued to Home and Away. Okay, with not so much drama or caravan parks burning down, or, you know, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's such a small town, so much drama. But you know what I mean, right? So that's what you have to do. You have to live this beautiful, bold, authentic, rich, fun life that is inspiring to other people, that will eventually make people go, oh, what is she doing? Okay, so yeah. Georgie,
by the way,
pardon, honey?
I just saved you a job. The Earl Nightingale, what's on the Houdeki?
Okay, thank you.
Builders Facebook page.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, honey bun. So we've got about 9 minutes to go. So I don't mind kind of giving you, if I can give you, I can't minimize my screen on this while we're recording, but you guys can all probably minimize your screen and get Facebook up. Yeah? Georgie can?
I'm on my phone.
Okay. So if I just talk you through this, and I'll teach you how to, let's say, categorize your friends into lists on Facebook. Okay, are you ready? Go to Google and Google, how do I categorize my friends into a list on Facebook? Not really. So just pick somebody at random, pick a friend on Facebook, anybody. Or yeah, so just pick somebody that's on your friend's Facebook list, and then it will say, I think it says something like, what does it say, like following friends or something. So there's like, you just have to like open or click over the top of that tab. Am I speaking right? And then if you click over that tab, it will say add friend to list, and then you click on that. If you haven't already got a list created, of course, sorry, kind of missed a step, but you create a list called Isogenics. And then if you've got lots and lots of friends on your social media who are within the company, then what I would be doing is adding all of those people to the Isogenics list. Because what happens is you can get very, even if you're bringing people across from a niche page, if you happen to have a niche or a business page, and you bring them across to your personal social media page so they get to know, like, and trust you, you can create a list that might be called Isogenics prospects, okay, or leads, Isogenics leads or prospects. And then as they come through and you accept them as a friend, you would add them to that prospects list. And then when you create a post, you can actually choose what list of people to send that post to. So you can actually choose to just like send a before and after or a results page or something to the people on that prospect list. Does that make sense? If I haven't explained that correctly, you know, everything that pretty much I've learned to do on Facebook, I've always just gone to Google. So, or you can go to the Facebook help button, which I don't find very helpful, as helpful as Google anyway. So if you just go Google, how do I categorize my Facebook friends list, and just follow the prompts there. Okay? Awesome. And then the last point is, do we need to, you're watching a very loud TV show. I'm glad you're not watching Home and Away. But do we want to have a very like quick Zoom session on how to personalize your Isogenics website, or are you happy to just jump on, log in and have a play? Because again, it isn't very difficult. It's quite simple. And you can even go to Google and type in Isogenics website, customize, and there is a few different like YouTube clips that you can actually have a look at and follow. But if you feel as if you want to have a Zoom as a team to do this, then please let me know and we can go through that and I can share my screen and do it. But it's really, really simple. It's simple. All right, as he walks in. All right, 5 minutes to go. My last announcement, and I thank you very much for all of your patience. There she is. I have actually been speaking to Matt and Karina Jolly because I feel that there is more power in collaboration, and I feel like there's more power in inspiration when there are more people available to share with. And of course, there is always strength in numbers. You guys do not want to keep listening to me week in after week. So I've actually asked Matt and Karina if they do calls and if we were able to actually collaborate in our dream building and our team building together. Now, they thought that was a great idea. And so I just needed to ask you guys if we were able to, if you thought that was a great idea. If you don't know who Matt and Karina are, then of course they are one of our newest Isogenics millionaire couples. They are in Brett and Sammy's direct team, which means that I and all of you guys are in their direct team as well, of course. So then it's mutually beneficial for us all to be on the same call. They only have calls once a fortnight. So a couple of things, obviously, you guys need to just think over. I'm not asking for an answer now. Do you think that it's beneficial to come in with Matt and Karina and their crew? What time, what night is great for you? And of course, would you like to do it in the first place? And it will only be fortnightly. Okay? So please get back in the thread and let me know if that is something that you think is beneficial. Okay? And of course, we are still able to have one-on-one Zooms and chats, of course. No worries. You just need to let me know if you need me for any reason at all. Okay? So you can come on. Oh, God. so fun building a multi-million-dollar company at home with your crazy family behind you. They're just amazing. This is seriously why I do what I do. It's like to be able to like ship them off to their own house at some stage in my life, have some peace. Anyway, someone was going to chat. Come on.
Yeah, it was just me. So the Matt and Karina, would that be instead of our Zooms that we're doing these weekly ones? So that'd be.
Yeah, but it would be fortnightly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they look, you know, in all honesty, they kind of had the same issue going on, that they were having them weekly, and they just started to see a decline in numbers and a decline in energy and really a decline in usefulness. So they worked them into having them fortnightly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy with that. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something that I, may as well give it a go. So.
Yeah, and we talk about. I mean, we have to really be doing what is mutually beneficial for our own lives and our life and our passion building balance, right? So it's we know Sunday nights and Sundays generally are family nights, and I'm pretty sure that Matt and Karina don't have, that's why they actually don't have a call on a Sunday night. I think they have it a different night. Could be a Wednesday, but don't quote me. But we really need to be mindful that we've got to work with what's best for everybody, and obviously best for families. And if Sunday nights just isn't working, then obviously Sunday nights isn't going to work. So we need to work out how we can get the most benefit out of this hour that we're putting into our business. Okay, it has to be beneficial to our growth. It has to be beneficial to our team, and of course it has to be beneficial to our bottom line at the end of the day. Okay. Yep. All right. Has anybody else got anything else that they want to add? No, I love all of you normal human beings. So Kel, I could take my computer over there and show you my washing behind you too. Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can show you mine as well. So I love that we're all normal human beings. I actually quite love it. Like, we should just have a night where we just all sit in front of the washing pile.
It was all folded. It was all nicely folded like that other pile. And then baby came along and pushed it all off the couch.
Yeah, that's nice. Aren't they
Yeah.
awesome? They're beautiful. Yeah. So
Yeah, love them so much.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Power on. Have an amazing, beautiful, beautiful week. Remember to be hush hush until this new stuff comes out, and then but really start to work on a. I would encourage all of you to just get creative with working on a copy of a message that we can send out. Hang on a second. Can you just be quiet for like 2 minutes? This is real life, right? So we can actually just be working on a message to actually be sending out to people that is excited and motivational, and just screams get started without saying get started about the new stuff that is actually coming. Okay, get creative, work on it, drop it in the thread so that we can all see it. And why are you sorry? And maybe do it. Pick each message apart with beautiful, truth and compassion and bettering criticism, I guess. It's not the word I'm looking for, but if we can all work together and getting the one message that we can send out to people, that would be beautiful. All right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you just need to mute. I was like, what are you sorry for? All good. I need to mute them, those two. Seriously. Come in and crash my party. Bloody hell. All right. Stop. Take a photo. Then you can all be released. And the New Zealand girls, you can go to bed because it's 10:30. Crazy. This kid is crazy. Hang on. Ah, there you go. You're all bigger. Ready? One. Hang on. No, that way. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Smile. Thanks. Okay. Now you can all be released and go to bed. Mwah. All right. See you later. Have a beautiful week, okay? Dream on, power on. You will start reaping what you sow with passion and patience and persistence. See ya.